My name is Ambassador Chief Dr. Ahmed Obasanjo Rotimi, and I'm the Group Head Chairman of Israel Integrated Services Limited. So, and Israel Integrated Services Limited, it's the head of several companies with branches, construction companies, real estate companies, and lifestyle company. So, and then most important, people know us for the real estate aspect of our business. When children are born, a boy, a girl tends to be more favored than the boy, and the girl tends to be more pampered than the boy. So all of this sets the African mentality into the boy's head, and then the boy child feels a little bit neglected, and then it is quite important that we address these kind of issues from grassroots level, from the African home. And then when this is addressed, I think we will both have equal rights for the boy child and for the girl child. Boy child is going to be as important as the girl child as well. The African homes would tend to pay less attention to the boy child in terms of educating them the way we are supposed to be educating them. So, and it has been designed in a normal society, not even only in even Africa. I'm talking about, it's just a normal standard everywhere you go. That from small. A boy child tends to have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders, a lot of expectations and all. And the moment this kicks in, then it keeps the boy child apart from the girl child. And then they go into the street. Being the first child of my family, from scratch, I always have it in mind that I have responsibilities and I have a lot of younger ones behind me. So I wasn't looking at how much my father was making or how much my mother was making, because it has always been for me that I have to be who I have set this standard for, this part for, and I have to be this person. Do you understand?
Yes.
And because of that, it made me go into a lot of businesses, because I didn't want to fail myself. I didn't want to fail my younger ones, because they were looking up to me, and I didn't want to fail my parents as well. So you will find this kind of designs in a lot of African homes and a lot of Nigerian homes, that the boy child tends to, they put a lot of responsibilities on their shoulder at a tender age, because of the whole design and all. Now, particularly, like I said, women are soft. And then they believe that men tend to be tougher than women, and men are a little bit more rigid than women. So that sense, that mentality has made a whole lot of people look away from the male child, from the boy child, that okay, this person can take care of themselves, But it is high time that we begin to pay a lot of attention to the boy child, because they face almost the same thing as a girl child, in terms of let's say, for instance, if you go to a bus stop now, for instance, how many Agbero women do you see there? You see quite few, if at all, just in some areas and all. So a couple of other things, occupations like that, you see men go into this thing. It is from the grassroots. It has affected our mentality, and that is why we push ourselves out as the boy child, that okay, we are responsible for keeping the family up, we're responsible for the needs of the family, and then we have to get things done, if nothing like it. It is important, not only fathers, it is important for parents to pay attention to their children. This is quite an elaborate discussion. So, but then we will just narrow it, to some, so that you get the clearer picture on the exact point. Now, mentorship does not necessarily have to be within only the walls of the home. It could be, there's a Yoruba adage that says that one is only one person that gives birth to a child, but 100 persons can train the child. So you can. It all depends on, aside from your upbringing, it all depends on what you as an individual, pick from the environment you are. Growing up, a lot of things shaping our thoughts, our mentality, the way we see things, our view, not only necessarily what daddy and mommy does in the house and all. So environment as well contributes a lot to this. And now, with relation to and mentorship, you see, all that I see that is important in all of this is try to educate your child. Not necessarily through formal education, it can be an informal education, but try to educate your child as well as possible so they can be able to make choices of what they learn around and how, you know, they pick their mentors, you know, and who they learn from, and what have you. So, but it's also important to stress that as a father, it is your responsibility to bring up your child in the right way. It is your responsibility to set the proper standard, to put the bar for your child that this is the do's, this is what you have to do, this is what you don't do, this is where you go, this is where you don't go. So this would also, you know, help the boy child, you know, in their thinking, you know, in their decision making in the future, and how they turn out, how the event of things turn out on the long run. I'd really commend your organization for this wonderful initiative. So, and particularly, I look forward to this wonderful award that is coming up, and then I want to appreciate the organizers for deeming it fit, for finding us worthy, because I don't operate as me. I refer to myself as us. Because you know, as a leader, you have to carry everybody along. They shouldn't allow the environment dictate what the turn out to be. They should be the ones that should dictate what the environment turn out to be. Do learn in Nigeria, do you? Do Nigeria.